Hi everyone! We are here to dive into something truly fascinating, Asian regionalism.
From economic interactions to political and cultural connections, we'll explore how Asia's countries work together to shape our future. So, whether it's about trade, culture, or regional security, let's discover the power of cooperation across Asia. What is Asian regionalism? Asian regionalism isn't just a political plan, it is the outcome of economic interactions where different countries come together, building ties through trade, culture, and shared goals. This partnership helps each nation grow and creates strong regional connections, making Asia more united than ever.
Now, let's go back on time to understand how Asian regionalism developed. This history has several key phases.
Number one is the early stages and economic integration. In the early stages, Asian regionalism was driven primarily by economic factors. East Asian economies, for instance, focus on exporting to developed country markets rather than trading among themselves. This pattern was famously described by Japanese economist Kaname Akamatsu as the flying geese model, where the economies move in formation following similar development paths. Secondly is post-war period and America influence. The post-World War II Inter-America system after 1947 centered on a collective security treaty and after 1948 included a strengthened multi-purpose, multilateral organization. These regional institutions were shaped by power asymmetries, but they also ensconce norms of sovereign equality and non-intervention. Third, we have Asian formation. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations was established in 1967, marking a significant steps towards regional cooperation. ASEAN aimed to promote political and economic stability among its member states. We have also the 1997 to 1998 financial crisis. The Asian financial crisis of 1997 to 1998 began in Thailand and quickly spread to neighboring economies. It began as a currency crisis when Bangkok unpegged the Thailand baht from the US dollar, setting off a series of currency devaluation and massive flights of capitals.
Lastly is new regionalism, the shift in national systems of administration and cultural, economic, and political organization following the Cold War. New regionalist projects, which began about the mid-1980s, differed in the substance from the earlier rise in regionalist developments, which had begun about the 1950s and later become known by the term Old Regionalism. The emergence of new regionalism coincided with the end of the Cold War and a period of increasing global economic integration. Its development ultimately led to regional organizations that were more open with respect to trade than those that had formed in the era of Old Regionalism. Asian regionalism grew from many influences, and these are the reasons for its existence, from early economic integration to post-war American influence and the formation of Asian. These reasons explain why regional cooperation became essential in Asia.
First here is the early stage in economic integration. The main reason early stage economic integration existed was to facilitate trade and economic growth by reducing trade barriers and fostering cooperation among countries through various means such as free trade agreements, custom unions, and economic unions. Second is the post-war period and American influence. In the post-war period, American influence grew significantly due to several reasons. The United States emerged with the strongest economy, leading global recovery efforts after World War II. As a superpower, it exerted considerable political and military influence, particularly during the Cold War. The implementation of the Marshall Plan provided economic aid to rebuild Western Europe, further expanding American influence. Additionally, American culture, including music and movies, spread globally, shaping cultural trends. Technological advancement in areas such as aerospace, computing, and medicine also solidified the U.S. as a dominant global force. These elements combined to establish the United States as a leading power in the post-war era. The Asian Formation. The formation of Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN in 1967 was driven by the desire to promote regional stability and peace, accelerate economic growth and development, and foster cultural and social cooperation among Southeast Asian countries. The founding members, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, sought to create platform for dialogue and cooperation to prevent conflicts and enhance regional security. Additionally, ASEAN aimed to counteract the spread of communism during the Cold War by presenting a united front. These objectives have guided ASEAN's activities and expansion, making it a significant force for regional cooperation and development. Fourth is the 1997-1998 financial crisis. The 1997-1998 financial crisis, also known as the Asian financial crisis, was primarily caused by a combination of factors including excessive short-term borrowing, weak financial systems, and speculative attacks on currencies. It began in Thailand when the government unpegged the Thai baht from the US dollar, leading to a series of currency devaluations across the region. This triggered massive capital outflows and a sharp decline in asset prices, resulting in severe economic contractions in affected countries. The crisis highlighted the dangers of premature financial liberalization without adequate regulatory frameworks and the vulnerabilities of fixed exchange rate regimes. This is the new regionalism. The emergence of new regionalism in the mid-1980s and 1970s was driven by several factors. It coincided with the end of the Cold War and a shift towards a multipolar world, which encouraged the formation of regional organizations. This period also saw increasing global economic integration, prompting regions to collaborate more closely to enhance economic and environmental viability. Additionally, there was a broad-based disenchantment with the ineffectiveness of top-down national and state policies, leading to a preference for more localized, collaborative governance. New regionalism emphasized flexible public policies, local democracy, and integration of horizontal and vertical processes, contrasting with the older, more centralized approaches.
Together, these reasons help shape a stronger, more unified Asia, showing us that cooperation builds resilience and opens doors for future opportunities. Now, let's look at the characteristics that define Asian regionalism. These features show how countries in Asia work together in various ways, from the economy to culture. Let's dive into each characteristics.
Is economic integration. Economic integration brings Asian nations together through trade agreements like the ASEAN Free Trade Area and the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. It creates complex networks that boost trade and collaboration. Second is political cooperation. Political cooperation in Asia is led by organizations like ASEAN, with forums such as the East Asia Summit and ASEAN Regional Forum, providing platforms for open dialogue. Third is cultural exchange. Cultural exchange highlights the shared heritage across Asia, with popular culture experts like K-pop and anime influencing and enriching societies around the world. Fourth is security collaboration. Security collaboration focuses on addressing non-traditional threats and maritime security, helping to safeguard regional ability and peace. Fifth is institutional frameworks. Asian regionalism is supported by institutional frameworks through organizations like the Asian Development Bank and APEC, fostering structured collaboration and regular dialogues. Sixth is developmental focus. Developmental efforts prioritize infrastructure projects like the Belt and Road Initiative and emphasizing sustainable growth and connectivity. Seventh is diverse membership. Asian regionalism involves diverse membership, bringing together developed and emerging.
These characteristics highlight the strength and diversity of regionalism, showing how cooperation across economic, political, cultural, and security areas brings Asian countries closer together. Asian regionalism is represented through several examples across Kalinga, the Philippines, and internationally. We'll take a look at how each aspect plays a role in connecting regions and promoting growth. Number 1, economic integration. Starting with economic integration, in Kalinga, we have the coffee trade, which connects local farmers to broader markets, contributing to economic growth. In the Philippines, this integration is further seen through the Brunei, Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippine East Asian Growth Area, or BIMP-EAGA. This partnership helps improve trade investment among these countries. On a larger international scale, we have the ASEAN Free Trade Area, which reduces trade barriers between Southeast Asian nations. This cooperation increases economic stability and prosperity across the region. Next is political cooperation. Political cooperation is another key part of Asian regionalism. In Kalinga, the Bodong system is traditional practice that helped maintain peace and resolve conflicts. It's a powerful local example of how communities can cooperate for stability. In the Philippines, political cooperation is also evident in the Bangsamoro peace process, which works toward peace and self-governance in Mindanao. Internationally, ASEAN holds regular summits that provide a platform for political dialogue and collaboration among member countries. Is cultural exchange. Moving to cultural exchange, Kalinga celebrates the Ulalim Festival, showcasing local traditions, art, and heritage. This festival fosters a sense of pride and invites neighboring communities to learn about Kalinga culture. Across the Philippines, National Arts Month each February brings together various forms of Filipino art and culture. It highlights Filipino identity and brings communities together. Internationally, cultural diplomacy by Japan through exports like anime and traditional arts has connected Japanese culture to people worldwide. Fourth is security collaboration. Security collaboration is essential for regional stability. In Kalinga, tribal peace pacts help maintain peace between tribes, demonstrating a local approach to security. On a national level, the Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program strengthens the country's defense and prepares it for regional challenges. Internationally, the ASEAN Regional Forum allows member nations to discuss and address common security concerns. Fourth is institutional frameworks. Institutional frameworks help structure cooperation. The Bodong Council in Kalinga guides traditional laws and conflict resolution, playing a vital role in governance. In the Philippines, the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, supports planning and development, ensuring that growth aligns with the country's goals. Globally, institutions like the World Trade Organization, or WTO, Set rules for trade between nations to encourage fair and smooth commerce. Fifth is developmental focus. Developmental focus is also key to regionalism. In Kalinga, infrastructure projects such as roads and bridges improve connectivity and support economic activities. The Philippines Build program promotes large-scale infrastructure projects across the country, aiming to enhance economic growth. Internationally, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals offer a global framework for creating a prosperous and sustainable future. Fifth is developmental focus. Developmental focus is also key to regionalism. In Kalinga, infrastructure projects such as roads and bridges improve connectivity and support economic activities. The Philippines Build program promotes large-scale infrastructure projects across the country, aiming to enhance economic growth. Internationally, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals offer a global framework for creating a prosperous and sustainable future. Lastly is diverse membership. Diverse membership ensures representation and collaboration across various levels. In Kalinga, the Bodong Council represents diverse local communities. At the national level, the House of Representatives provides a platform for different regions within the Philippines. Internationally, the United Nations bring together countries from around the world, allowing diverse nations to work together for peace, security, and development. These examples of economic integration, political cooperation, cultural exchange, security collaboration, institutional frameworks, developmental focus, and diverse membership illustrate the depth and importance of Asian regionalism. They show how countries and regions can connect to foster growth, stability, and shared values. Asian regionalism brings many benefits to the Philippines, impacting areas like the economy, culture, politics, and even technology. Let's go through some of these advantages together. First, let's talk about economic growth. Regional trade agreements, like the Asian Free Trade Area, give the Philippines access to larger markets. For example, through AFTA, the Philippines can easily export products like electronics and agricultural goods to other Asian countries. This access increases trade opportunities and drives economic growth. Another benefit is increased investment. Foreign direct investment, or FDI, from regional partners help build infrastructure and create jobs. For example, Japanese companies have invested in manufacturing plants in the Philippines, generating employment and boosting local industries.
Another is cultural exchange. Cultural exchange is another significant advantage. Through regional interactions, Filipinos are exposed to diverse cultures, enriching our society. For instance, during ASEAN festivals, we experience and appreciate traditional dances, cuisines, and customs from other Southeast Asian countries, promoting a sense of unity and mutual understanding. Tourism also benefits from regionalisms. ASEAN tourism initiatives like the Visit ASEAN campaign attract visitors to the Philippines, helping local businesses. For example, the influx of tourists from neighboring countries to places like Boracay and Palawan boosts the economy and promotes our cultural heritage to the world.
Third is political and security cooperation. Political and security cooperation with other Asian countries is essential. Through ASEAN, the Philippines works with neighboring countries to address common challenges, such as terrorism and disaster response. For example, The Philippines participate in ASEAN's disaster response exercises, which prepare us to handle natural disasters more effectively and protect our communities. Such cooperation brings greater political stability as countries in the region support each other in maintaining peace. When nations collaborate, it creates a safer environment for everyone. Lastly, technological and educational collaboration. Finally, Asian regionalism supports technological and educational collaboration. Joint initiatives between the Philippines and other countries in technology fields, like research partnerships, lead to innovations that benefit Filipino society. For instance, partnerships with South Korean tech companies in electronics and telecom help bring new technology to our market. In education, student exchange programs within ASEAN allow Filipino students to study abroad, gain new skills, and bring fresh ideas back home. This collaboration helps prepare our workforce for the future by providing them with the international experience and skills that strengthen our country's human resources.
As we've seen, Asian regionalism brings a wide range of advantages to the Philippines, from boosting our economy and enhancing cultural understanding to improving political stability and advancing technology. Through regional cooperation, our society grows stronger and more connected. While Asian regionalism brings many benefits, it also presents challenges to the Philippines. Let's explore some disadvantages that come with increased regional cooperation. One disadvantage is economic vulnerability, especially to contagion risk. Increased interdependence means that an economic downturn in one country could spread to others. For example, if a financial crisis occurs in a major trade partner like China, it could impact the Philippine economy, affecting our exports and jobs. Another issue is competition. Local industries, especially small and medium enterprises, face competition from more developed economies in the region. For instance, Philippine-made products might struggle to compete with cheaper imports from countries with advanced manufacturing capabilities, potentially harming our local businesses. Second is social and cultural challenges. Social and cultural challenges also arise. One of these is cultural homogenization, where local traditions and identities risk being overshadowed by dominant regional issues. For example, younger generations might adopt foreign trends from Korea or Japan, which could lead to a decline in traditional Filipino customs and values. Exploitation can be an issue as well, particularly with foreign workers. In some cases, Filipinos working abroad face confusing legal systems or lack protections, leading to exploitation. This makes international labor relations complex and can impact Filipino workers' rights and safety. Lastly is political and security issues. Regionalism also brings political and security issues. One major concern is national sovereignty. For example, the Philippines might need to make certain policy compromises to comply with regional agreements, which some feel could affect our independence in making decisions of our own country. Another risk is related to security. Increased connectivity can lead to shared threats, like cyber attacks or transnational crime. For instance, the Philippines faces cyber threats that often originate from outside the country, requiring extensive collaboration with regional partners to address these security challenges. While Asian regionalism offers many opportunities, it's also essential to understand and address the challenges it brings to Philippine society. Balancing these advantages and disadvantages is a key to making regional integration work for our country.
Asian regionalism serves as a compelling testament to the efficacy of economic cooperation and the collective pursuit
of growth and stability, initially driven by economic interactions. It becomes evident that political and cultural dimensions have intervened with these economic foundations. The evolution from early economic integration through the influence of American policies following World War II to the establishment and ascendance of ASEAN illustrates how dynamic and responsive the region has been to both internal and external pressures. The financial crisis of 1997 to 1998 represented a crucial turning point, exposing vulnerabilities. However, it also catalyzed deeper cooperation among nations. The transition to new regionalism in the post-Cold War era underscored a more open and integrated approach, reflecting the global trend toward interconnectedness. In the context of the Philippines, regionalism has ushered in both opportunities and challenges. Economic growth, cultural exchange, and enhanced political and security cooperation are notable advantages. However, the nation must navigate the risk of economic vulnerability, as well as social and cultural challenges, because these political and security issues require careful attention. Overall, Asian regionalism exemplifies the potential for diverse nations to collaborate toward a more integrated, prosperous, and equilibrium. This dynamic is crucial because the challenges this nation face are ever evolving. Although the goal is commendable, involved parties, achieving it requires significant effort and a commitment from all involved parties. The interplay of interests among these nations can be complex, but it ultimately fosters a sense of unity. Thus, the journey toward the regional integration is not merely a destination, but a continuous process that shapes the future of Asia.
Thank you for watching and joining us as we explored Asian regionalism. We hope that you find it insightful and learn more about how our region is growing and working together. Thanks again and see you next time.